Hello, I'm Wayne Friedt. I don't know if you've seen one of these or not, but I put these out, and I have been putting these out for many years now. It's my story. It's a picture of me doing a wheelie on my Harley. And I got saved on a Harley Davidson. I wasn't in church. I wasn't with a preacher. I was out of jail on bond. Been in trouble all my life. Been in jail a number of times. But this was the biggie. This was it. This was the final one. I had a gun in my belt, and I looked an undercover agent in the eye, and I got close to him, and I said, "You are going to open your mouth, and I'm going to stick this LSD in your mouth, and I'm going to stand here and watch you chew it for 3 minutes, or I'm going to blow your stinking brains out." And when I said that, I didn't realize that the whole place was surrounded with cops. It wouldn't have mattered any. I actually went down to J.M. Field's parking lot here in Lakeland, November 22nd, 1968, to confront that undercover policeman. He had come to my apartment to buy drugs, and I said, "I'll meet you down there." And so then I got loaded up and ready and went down there to kill him. And on the way down there, I had a thought, a little picture in my mind. I literally saw him sitting around a table with his wife and children, and they were about to eat their supper meal, and they all bowed their heads to pray, and the children prayed, "Lord, protect our daddy." Man, I mean, I'm fixing to go kill this guy. And when I went down there, my heart wasn't to kill him anymore. When I saw his children praying for him, it dawned on me. He's the good guy. He's the cop. He's the policeman. He's the good guy. And I'm the bad guy. It really hit me hard. And I decided I'm not going to kill that man. He hadn't done anything. Now, you said, well, you just finished saying he's going to open your mouth and I'm going to stick this LSD in. Well, see, there was only one little hit of LSD. If he chewed it up and swallowed it, there'd be no evidence against me. But actually, I was so tired of living. At this point, I just wanted to die. So I was going to push his hand to shoot me. And if I'd have fired a wild shot in the air, they would have definitely shot me on the spot. So anyway, I went down there, and in the process of that, when I said, "I'm going to watch you chew it for 3 minutes," he threw his hands up, turned around backwards, and said something like, "Oh, man, what are you doing to me?" And then he whispered into his microphone. This all came out in court. I found out later. "You guys better do something quick, or I'm going to have to take this." And so I got hit from behind, and they took me to jail. And 7 months later, I got out of jail. Now, I was facing 11 felonies, which could have at that time added up to over maybe 100 years. To me, my life was shot, let me tell you. And there's a lot of detail I don't have time to tell. I have time, but I don't think most people would want to watch that long about the story that happened from that point to the jail in Bartow. But let me jump ahead. 7 months, I was out of jail on bond, reaching for a gun to blow my brains out when God stopped me with a vision. I won't go into all the detail of that, but I'll tell you what I do. I have that little track tells one night. I'll tell you that one night in just a second. But I wrote my life story in this book in hopes that it would help somebody. We put hundreds of them in the jails. And we have it at Believers Fellowship Word of Faith Church in our bookstore if you'd like to obtain a copy. So I was reaching for that gun to blow my brains out. And 3 things went through my mind. Now, remember, I said I don't know if I told you this or not, but as I reached for the gun, something dropped down over me. And I could literally see myself as if I was looking in through a hole in the ceiling. And instead of seeing Mr. Bad Guy, I got a lump in my throat and I felt sorry for myself. And I had asked God just previous to this, I had always heard that hell was like burning with fire all over your body, but that was so much, I couldn't comprehend it. When I was a kid and I burned my finger with a match, it hurt so bad. And then to think that your whole body would be burning like that and you didn't die and you didn't burn up. And I just said, "God, that's too much for me. I can't comprehend that." I said, "What in the world? What's hell? What could I comprehend hell has been? Give me something like it." And just like you snap your fingers, I got a revelation. I know now what it was. It was a revelation of eternity. That I would never have any release or relief. I would never have a new girlfriend, a raise in pay, a nicer apartment, or a better job. I would never have anything positive, nothing better. I'd been suicidal most of my life because as far as I was concerned, life was tough. I worked hard just to barely get by. And I thought, why am I doing all this? What's the point? I wasn't really interested in going to heaven. I just didn't want to go to hell. And when I got that revelation of what hell could be like, it was like it knocked the air out of me. It was hopelessness, that I would never have anything better. And that was the worst thing I could imagine. I really knew what that felt like because I knew where I was right then. I wanted to die. I didn't want to go to prison. I didn't want to be raped homosexually. I told you I'd been in jail a lot. I was in jail in Jackson, Tennessee. Took the FBI 3 days to find out who I was, and I told them who I was. But I had 3 sets of IDs, and they said, we don't know which one to believe. See, all that is in the book. I just don't have time to go into all that detail. But I want you to know that I have an understanding of the scriptures that I think a lot of people don't. My perspective on the Bible is that God's word is really true. From that vision, if you will, when I was, what I think was caught out of my body, really, and looked down at the top of my head, and 3 things came to me. I only told you 1, but 3 things came to me. And I ended up by raising my hands to God and saying, God, if you're really there, I'm going to find you. And if you're not, I'm going to find that out too. But one way or another, I'm going to know for sure. Either the Bible is really true or it's not. And that's my perspective. I want you to know, I found out the Bible is really true. I mean, every word of it. Every word of it. Did you know in Galatians 3:16, Paul, the apostle, is speaking of the seed, Jesus Christ, and he emphasizes in that verse, seed, not seeds, plural. Did you know that Jesus said in, I believe it's Matthew 5:17, could be verse 18, as he talks about the law won't go away, but all will be fulfilled, even to every jot and tittle. Every letter of the Bible is inspired. God didn't make any mistakes. Now, I know there's translations and different things about that, but the original autographs are true. The Bible's really true. There really is a heaven, and there really is a hell, and you don't want to go to hell. And I want to talk to you about that. So, there's the track I wrote on hell. I want to talk to you about that. I've got a lot to say. My name is Wayne Friedt, and I care about you.